What's up, everybody? DeLuca here. As you heard, I was playing a song called Fire by the band Ohio Players. Came out around 1974. As you can hear, that is a very funky groove, y'all. That is what you call a riff, by the way. When you hear somebody say, hey man, play that riff, play that groove, that's what that means. Okay, that's a part of the song that you recognize without the rest of the instruments, without the vocals, without all the other stuff. I can just play. And you will know what song I'm playing. All right? This song is in the key of C. Okay? So, it has an octave to start out. C on the 8th fret of the E string to the C on the 10th fret on the D string. And then you have a B flat. You have an A. Then you have the B flat on the E string. And you have the A on the E string. So it's pretty much using the same notes but on different strings. So I'm going to play it real slow so you can get that groove. Now you notice I'm hitting this note right here before I start the groove. You know, once I loop around and start the groove again, or start with the first note of the groove, it's still a C, but it's the octave C on the 10th fret on the D string. So all right, so that is the main groove. Now, as a bonus part, there's a horn part and a guitar part in the middle. The bass is not playing on the original recording, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. All right, and that's the part that goes. That part right there. So now that part is an E flat to B flat, C. So you're gonna do that part. Okay, that 3 times I think that was. Then this little part here, that's an E flat to F to G, back to F, E flat, and it's going to end on a C. Or you can do it like I'm doing it here, using the G on the 5th fret on the D string, or you can use a G on the 10th fret on the A string. Let me do that again. I messed it up a little bit. Okay. That's something you're going to have to build up on. It's kind of fast, the way it goes through the song. It's not a slow groove like the regular bass groove. So you might need to work your way up a little bit on that. Okay, so that's the bonus part. Now later in the song, after it does that part, that little horn lick or guitar lick, whatever you want to call it, it modulates. Now when I say modulates, it goes up. The key changes. In this case, it's going up what they call a half step. So remember I said the song was in the key of C. Okay. Now when it modulates, it's going to jump up a half step. So it's going to jump from C to C sharp. Okay. Same exact pattern. It just jumps up a half step. And in the case of our bass here, it's jumping up one fret. Okay. So remember, it starts in C. Then it jumps up. All right. So those are the main parts of the groove. All right. And the little bonus part I threw in there. Now there's a little part at the very end when it's going did it did it did it did it, you know, and there's a little bass line going on in the background. Let's see, something like that. I don't think that's right, but something like that. That's on you to learn. Okay, so, and by the way, that little part I did was in the C sharp key. Okay, so listen to it if you really want to learn that part on your own, because I sure didn't sit down and listen to it. But that's it. Groove on this one, y'all. This is a good one to get the funk groove down. My drum machine, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned, it was set at 104. Okay, and that's all y'all need to know on this one, y'all. I'll catch you next time. Subscribe to my channel. Leave some comments. Tell your mama, your sister, and your brother too to subscribe to my channel and about DeLuca, baby. All right. Later.